Hi folks, and this is Agnes. I am going to be taking you through a quick tutorial of Illustrator and how to use tracking, kerning, and spacing in your typography. First, you're going to need someplace to work, so I'm going to open up a letter-sized page and create a new file. I am working on a PC, so this might look just a little different on a Mac. Next, you need some type to work with. So you're going to grab the text tool. Here it is. You're going to click anywhere on your page and you're going to see the lorem ipsum show up. That is the start of where you can type. So now I'm going to type the cat is having a good day. Okay, so now I have some type. Once you have some type, you can now go into the character panel. If you select typography at the top, there will be a shortcut to the character panel right here. It says the word character underscore. You can also go to type and select font. Or if you feel extra, you can go to Windows, go into your type submenus and open up the character box. So selection box palette. Okay. So select your type. Now that we have the characters options available, we can start by changing the font. Your font choices are here at the top, and if your computer has enough processing power, it will give you a preview of what it's looking like. If you don't have enough juice, it will not. Something to note. I'm going to stay with the default. The next one is a drop-down that allows you to pick font weights. Some of these fonts, as you can see, for example, Bell has a little drop-down next to it. That means that each font has a pre-designed weight. This is the way you want to work with typography. Do not put outlines on your fonts. It destroys legibility and messes with the work that the designer put into making your font. So I'm just going to pick this guy. Next section is the font size. You can see it. It's got the little t and the big T. 72 points is an inch. So if you want your type to be an inch, that'll be 72 points. You can make it smaller, bigger. You can use the arrows to make it smaller and bigger as well. And you can also type in here and make it, say, 36. The next one that you're going to be using is the tracking and kerning. Now, most typefaces today have built-in tracking, but you can mess around with it. You can do some optical adjustments. Usually want to say it on auto, and when you've got the entire line selected, you can actually adjust these things as a whole. So if you have the whole line selected, you can go in here and add space between the letters. I'm going to copy this. I'm holding down the Alt key on my PC to copy. And this is a negative tracking. So you can see that this is a positive tracking of about 100. This is 200. And this is a negative tracking of negative 100. So tracking controls how close the letters are together. Okay. This is kind of fun. You can also, I'm going to copy this line one more time. Take this, set it to 0, and go into the individual words and adjust their tracking. Okay, so what I've done in here is I've triple clicked on the line. That is a quick way to go from the selection tool to the text tool. So you can take a line of type and just click on it until you see a cursor. You can also click 3 times to highlight a word. And then you can adjust the tracking on each individual word, for example, which is kind of fun. If you want to adjust a letter set, you select the 2 letters and you go back into the tracking menu, and now you can just change that spacing between the letters. When you're doing the space between 2 individual letters, it is now called kerning, and you can get into real trouble with this, especially with I's and N's and R's in specific typefaces. So watch out for that. Okay, so this is your tracking and kerning. Cool. That's it. Have a great day.